What's up, guys? Jez here from Whiskefy, and welcome to another episode of WhiskefyTV. It is episode 139 of your favourite weekly whiskey TV show where What?
Last episode was 140.
We're recording in the future.
Oh yeah. Checks out.
Makes sense to me. So, obviously Jacob doesn't have the run sheet, but I have the run sheet in front of me, and I'm well aware of what episode I'm up to and what one I'm working. Webisode? Well, it is website episode because it'll go up on the website from the web into webs. Webinet. I don't know. But yes, obviously, since that fuckwit rudely interrupted, I want to bring on the guest. Also, more like a fucking termite we can't get rid of. Jesus. This is what happens when you start recording at 10 o'clock at night and you're already cooked. But we love it, so it's going to be amazing. I want to bring on the beautiful Gloucester Lane, aka Jacob. Please come on down, sir.
Ooh.
Please. Welcome to my... Where's my live studio audience, really?
Yeah, fucking him.
You fucking... Oh, there he is.
There we go.
And introducing the other half of the live studio audience, the beautiful JC. Jack in the bottle. Please, sir, come on down. Welcome.
He's in.
Welcome.
Yeah.
And tonight we'll be tasting Redwood Empire Pipe Dream, sponsored by Honey Barrel.
You've already jumped into it. I thought you were going to tease them.
But no. But it's not my typical pipe dream because that's just meth pipe from Albion Park. So
Rail rats, fucking fucking
sick, hey? Just want a fucking Hummer and a chicken feed. Is that not it?
I mean,
I have no idea what you're on about.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's...
You've got Taco Bell down that way now, so you're...
Don't we? Oof. I noticed we had a Taco Bell in Waterloo today. I'm like, that's wild.
What do you mean? That's been there for a long time.
Yeah, but I didn't know that.
Opened in Park first, then came to Waterloo.
I'm on a chicken feed. It's sick, hey?
Anyway, Pipe Dream.
What is the whiskey?
I'm like, James, give back my fucking
nursing
purse.
the shaft.
Yeah, I am. Actually, I am. So, yeah, sorry.
Fucking hell.
Is that what you wanted?
I mean,
No.
As you can
Is this what you
see,
wanted?
solid base.
Yeah.
Takes a beating well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeet.
That was a great cork pop. And nothing broke, so even better. Glasses. You left your glass somewhere else, so you...
No, we got glasses. What are you doing? You're asleep at the wheel.
I thought you were going to throw it to me.
You can throw my other one.
We've got a lovely Whiskefy glass.
Thank you. Well, weirdly enough, they're all... Look at this guy. Is he gonna...
There we go.
This is the first...
No spill!
This is wild. I don't think we've had this kind of luxury before.
There was a drop there.
He's not bad.
Yeah, you're going to fuck yourself for.
Just a little bit.
As long as it's on camera, because we need the content, really.
Okay, there was a drop there.
Perfect. So I just want to thank Kia for actually sending these out to us because we are blessed.
Very, very generous, man.
And he sent a crazy amount of samples, especially to the Discord. And circling back, if you want to join the Discord, you can't because fuck you. But also
For Australians only.
That's the reason why.
to keep it not weird.
Not that overcorrection on Jess's part.
No. I don't think we want the people in there. Because there's actually some incredible things happening in the Discord right now, and unless you are in there telling people they can't do something, they obviously want to do it more. So
it is your Discord, so
yeah. No, it's not mine. I'm just the ringleader of the bloody circus. You guys are
circus is an apt word for it.
Yep. Definitely a circus. I don't know any other way to describe that other than circus, but we are standing behind the beautiful Redwood Pipe Dream, but it is 190 proof and 45% ABV, not age stated, but it is aged between anywhere from 4 years all the way up to 12 because they are using a blend of different juices. As Jacob covered perfectly 2 weeks ago, it has come from California to Indiana, Tennessee, and I think Kentucky.
I don't think there's any California, but yes. Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana.
Distilled in California, Indiana,
it is.
Kentucky, and
Oh
Tennessee.
shit! I didn't know. Okay.
So, don't tell me how
Yeah.
to fuck my wife.
So it'd be their own
If
juice.
you did,
Plus-
she wouldn't have left.
Barton plus MGP plus
Please give
some
me a
Dickel.
line. This is sad.
I'm trying to skip over that.
Jesse gave me a laugh. I'll take that.
So it'd be their own juice at the youngest, followed by some
Yeah, 100%. So, like,
MGP and Barton as the midpoint, and then you'd have those
Dickel,
typical Dickel orange,
unless they're
dusty
using
orange notes.
like Jack Daniels.
Who the fuck is getting aged Jack Daniels at 12 years? Jack Daniels doesn't even do 12 years. Correct.
Allegedly.
No one can see what you're pointing to.
I'm pointing to you.
Is that JD? Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I always thought it was Dickel.
No, it wasn't. There was NDA signed, and they actually can't tell me where they got it from. But they said it's not Dickel.
This doesn't have that vitamin, as they said, the Flintstones vitamin, or dusty
but
orange.
it depends
or
on the
whatever
age as well. Like, age and percentage of blend.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, fair.
that's... You could drown it
At
out.
12 years, there's no other person but MGP or Dickel it'd be coming from, and
Yeah.
the price of it, it'd be Dickel, not MGP.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Which is a great way to start. So, Redwood Empire's Pipe Dream. Oh, wait, I didn't get into any of the other good stuff.
No, you didn't.
See, you threw me. Alright,
I
price
did
is-
nothing. I was coasting through.
And this is what Ollie wanted. Ollie wanted us to roll into a review cooked. And, I know I'm sure it's fucking not there, but I could be.
You could be.
$150 or US is 35 all the way up to 50 from the latest photos that Chris, Cornsip and Aussie sent us, we'll say today, because it doesn't really matter for point in time for everyone else playing at home.
49.99,
It came in at $49.99 plus tax.
plus tax.
So even if we're playing with 10% on Aussie, we're still getting it for a steal at $150 at the top end.
Yeah, correct.
New chart American Oak runs a mash bill of 75% corn, 21% raw rye, and 4% malted barley.
Can I ask why you wrote raw rye? Is that saying unmalted?
No, it says raw rye on the website, so I don't know, ask them. It's not
So
mine,
would
it's
that be
not me.
unmalted? Or
No,
would
it's
that mean
raw.
malted? So unmalted, which is
Unmalted.
typical rye.
No,
yeah,
it's
typical rye is
raw.
unmalted.
It's raw. It's
Because
uncooked.
malted rye is
Not
the
like
big
you,
one.
you're cooked. I'm not, so it's raw.
That's
And-
20% right.
Yeah,
21% raw
21
rye.
rye. Yep.
No, raw rye.
21% raw rye.
Yeah, raw. It could be a lion. It could be Lion's raw rye, and then it's raw lie Ryan.
Remember, we're sticking to a tight 6. That's not happening.
We're not. No,
This is
we're
a loose 6
9 minutes.
We're 9 minutes of reading. Fuck off.
And we haven't even done anything.
Okay, keep going, keep going. Read your expressions in info/notes.
Thank you. I appreciate you took the time to read my writing there. I'm almost out of this book, so I've got to print another one. That's going to be done at work, and that can be on company money. We love that. Alright, so Redwood Empire's Pipe Dream takes inspiration from its name, being the... I don't know, Pipe Dream being one of the largest 14 trees in the
I was
world.
going to say, if you didn't know, they had the longitude and latitude of these trees on the label. Oh, did you? I didn't realise that, but yeah, around the cap, yeah.
Oh, well, I'd love to tell you about that, but the cap's somewhere over near the fridge.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's...
it's on the side. It's on the side of the
It's
the
here.
label.
Pipe Dream tells you longitude, latitude, gives you the 1,340 years old as well. This tree.
Nice.
Tree. Hey, he's got it on the paper. He's got it on the paper.
We're good. Okay, so it is one of the largest 14 trees on the planet. It could be the 14th largest tree on the planet. That's probably what it says, because I trust that paperwork is what I wrote. So, this kid, this is what happens when you do the second review of the night, and that is why you question me, because, can't skim past that. So, smells like bourbon. Done. This tree is one of the fastest growing trees in the world, obviously, from like when they measured from point to point. Don't, because you guys get it wrong.
As is with most trees on the north coast of Carolina. North coast, fucking hell.
North coast of Carolina. North coast of the Carolinas is exactly where you were going with that. That makes sense.
In California,
North
at
coast.
the north end of California, where you got the redwoods growing. Lots of them grow quick. They grow large.
I really want to know about this north coast of Carolina.
I didn't say Carolina. You said Carolina. Okay,
That's what
continue
you
with your own fucking notes. I'm not ad-libbing here. I'm not ad.
No, I really enjoyed. So the fastest growing over time. These behemoths are in the Humboldt Redwood State Park,
Fuck this.
and it. I hope this is what you want to care, because this is loose AF, and we love it. It measures in at 367 feet, or 111.9 meters tall, which is 8.5 times a Brachiosaurus. If you got them all stacked together.
Where did you get
Why
that
is that
from?
your fun fact?
Did you Google that? And
Why is that your fun fact?
I knew you guys would appreciate my Brachiosaurus fact.
And 8.5. Why
8.5. Well, that's the size. 111 meters. If you
Almost 8.5. Bourbon Brothers. Bourbon Brothersaurus is high as well.
Bourbon Brothers is like 8.5. They're really tall. Bourbon Brothers.
Bourbon Brothersaurus, yeah.
What?
Fuck you, telling two up.
I want to stick with my Brachiosaurus because I'll drop a graphic, but now I'm going to drop a graphic of like
Bourbon Brothersaurus. Yeah.
Bourbon Brothers. Probably like their heads on dinosaurs and like
Yeah.
stacked on top of each other.
Completely segueing into nothing. Continue.
Oh, my dinosaur joke, thank you. And this T-Rex is dated to be any older than...
T-Rex.
Yeah, well, it's tree, but then it was like T-Rex or
Yeah,
T-shirt. But
Are
like,
you alright?
The tree is dated to be around 1,340 years old, as it also says on the sticker on the cap,
look at you guys.
as well as the longitude and latitude, and I'm not sure what it says on the back.
I think it just
We
says...
don't have the top of it, so we can't read the full story. Continue. Speaking of trees,
Should we do some notes?
Every time a bottle is sold, the beautiful people at Redwood Empire plant a tree, and at the present time of me writing this, which is the 28th or the 25th, the 8th, 2020, or the 8th, the
2020.
2022, thank you.
So,
That's
25th
very-
of
So what is it, the
August
8th month of like
2022, there are 689,118.
Nearly.
Nearly.
Yeah, like there's numbers on that page, and you read those numbers.
And you couldn't even read the date right. So, like, at least I got that right.
I barely even know what day it is.
So, about this Rhetoric 25, I heard we're this up to
Did I say this episode was sponsored by Honey Barrel?
It was.
I don't know if you want to be affiliated.
themselves. They're distant.
Very quick.
Kia is like, no, thank you.
Yeah, it's like I don't want any part of this.
Do you know what? I actually think you'll really enjoy this episode, and I hope he does. Because
Nose-wise, what's everyone getting on the nose?
Redwood Empire.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah, it smells
Yeah.
similar to MJP, but yeah, I get the redwood on there.
Yeah, very good. But in all seriousness, no, like it's
Just like a very, very classic bourbon.
That's 100%.
yeah.
Caramel.
I was gonna say like soft caramel. It's not like super sweet, super punchy. That fell off.
Yes.
Little vanilla, a little bit of oak. Maybe
Yeah.
even a little bit of cherry.
Getting cherry.
Maybe like a, even like a maybe,
I was thinking more Dr. Pepper,
yeah, like a cola, maybe cola,
Yeah.
yeah, like a
cola.
cherry, yeah, that kind of.
Yeah,
like a more medicinal kind of cherry.
I'll give you that.
yeah.
Super synthetic, like worried that it's going to be 160 calories per can.
I get the caramel, soft caramel. I get the fucking the vanilla for sure.
It's just a very like classic bourbon.
Yeah, it is.
And this is why this was like easily my second favourite bottle of the three.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, why? You going to push back and go, no, daddy?
No, daddy. I was gonna say the MJP. Right, the 95.5.
I was like, it's all MGP.
The rye was my second. Yeah, off.
Really?
Yeah, initially, yeah. Off the samples I got, yeah, I'd agree.
Like, not to... Well, I guess, like, we'll review the rye...
When it comes.
as I become to, like, I guess, get it. But... I guess I could go into it, but like I'll just save it. But like this was easily, because I'm more of like a sweet kind of guy. Like, you know, like how could you not love Jazz?
Sweeter.
He's a sweet guy. To like
push up the hair.
Yeah, thank you. All my hair, it's falling out. I love it. Not like the Make-A-Wish kid.
Wow.
So the problem I had with this off the samples was that
you have to taste this with us.
I mean, there's that,
There's
but
that,
also the Lost Monarch was.
I want to get you in camera.
The Lost Monarch was a burr rye and is rare in Australia. Whereas the problem is with the bourbon for me is that there are so many great bottles out there that it stacks up against. So like this to me goes up against Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace, Mount Creek, even some Turkey products, and that's to me where.
Well, the 21 rye percent, as we've discussed before, is already obscure. Most don't go that high.
Yeah, I was like, it's because the only thing we know that goes that high is like Old Grandad
From Beam.
Yeah,
20%.
Oh, I don't think it's that high, but they do carry
18?
a high rye.
Yeah. Oh, the Buffalo Trace is meant to be anywhere between 14 and 20.
But who uses that rye mash 2 online? Because rye mash 2 is high rye.
Or the kosher rye recipe.
But where is that for resale in Australia?
Oh, in Australia.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Like, you've got to get JC's Nana to bring it in every time she comes over. That's in a casket. Because she's dead.
She is. So thanks for that.
It's okay. This is my drink.
So the palate. What do you get on the palate?
And you were worried there was going to be X jokes.
I did.
If there's any more X jokes, you wouldn't have left.
Double whammy. On the palate though, I do find it kind of
what killed
short
his
on the
grandfather.
palate.
Double whammy.
But I do actually get some of that
sure.
orange, like that dusty orange note.
Yeah, I agree.
Which means
Your glass just gooped.
which leads me
You
to
got that
think,
note.
which leads me to think it is Dickel rather than JD for the Tennessee.
Oh, I wasn't
100%.
insinuating this was JD. I was just
No,
saying there was other brands
there's
that were
other
using
options,
Yeah, of
but
course. But there's only really two
I get
options.
It's like a zesty note to it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got that
Actually, a
sweet
good,
zest note. Yeah.
a good example of like zesty fucking Dickel is the I can't even find it.
Unbelievable.
The I thought it was down here somewhere.
Just tell us what it is.
I can't even remember the freaking name of it. The stuff that Pinnacle brings in.
It could be anything.
No. It's like a Pinnacle
Whipped
brand.
cream vodka.
Could be.
It is.
Oh, here we go. Rollins.
Oh yeah.
Rollins.
Yeah.
Like Rollins is a good example of like
Is it
pure
a 7
orange
year?
peel.
Or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a 7 year, and like that stuff.
Yeah, it's not as sweet as that.
Yeah.
No, but it's like, it's just orange. Like if I was to
You
use
do
this
have those
in an
orange
old
notes.
fashioned.
Yeah.
Like
you don't
this
need
is-
to express your orange
No.
on top. No.
No.
Because like the caramel comes through again, like
Yeah,
it's
you get-
sweet.
You get the caramel, you get the vanilla, you get the oak.
Yeah.
As you on the nose, you got here. You get that added layer of added layer of like that dusty-ish orange. So
I really hope Ollie watches this. This is
Flintstones.
what he wanted.
that Flintstones vitamins, as the US call them.
So you're getting those? Is that what you're?
Yeah.
I like whenever I have Dickel, I get this like dusty orange note, like
Yeah.
powdered orange.
Yeah.
I just think like
Get
it's
that
exactly what the nose leads you to think it's going to be, like very classic bourbon.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
It's got like this. I don't know why I think this, but like the chocolate that's on the outside of a Mars bar.
You mean chocolate?
No, but like that shitty Mars chocolate.
Yeah. Okay.
The shitty Mars chocolate.
Yeah.
Not
So
not
like
good
Domino.
chocolate. Domino.
Domino?
You are right.
Obviously,
it's true.
like, it's not like
Like jar sauce.
It's not like the good quality Cadbury chocolate or like Lindt chocolate.
Yeah.
It's not that really shitty Hershey chocolate, but it's like weird in between Mars chocolate, and like I also get that on the palate as well.
Like I said before, the issue I have with this, and issue is a strong word, but
Here we go.
it compares is that you're stacking it up against. Because to me, I put this as like an easy sipper.
Yeah.
And I
put
put Eagle Rare in that bracket. And
Well, same
the mash
same
bill's
ABV,
very-
45.
Okay.
They're both 45.
So now we've had Eagle Rare. Okay, for the flip side, we've had Eagle Rare move to the pricing of $120.
Similar-ish range.
Yeah.
So we're talking like $30 difference.
But like,
Well, Eagle Rare goes up to 150. I've seen retailers selling it for 150.
Who's that? Who's selling it for 150?
Independents.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fair.
I'm not. Do not drag me into this bullshit again. It is other independents, the small stores, the mom and pop stores.
I don't know what that means.
The shitty no-brand stores.
Yeah.
150. This is where this is sitting at, or else.
You could put others in that, right? You could put. Let's say you could put. I mean, again, it's different, but
Do you have an open Eagle Rare? Just
Yeah,
sell?
of course. Go to the Sazerac part of the cabinet.
I'm looking there.
At the Sazerac, you fucking goose.
Oh yeah, I'm there.
Oh, there's a whole department allocated to Sazerac.
Let's get another D&L glass. Denver and Liley.
Yeah, well, I'd love to get another one if they send it to me.
So, roughly now the same price. This is 4 to 12, where that is 10.
Yeah, like they removed the age statement, but now the age statement has been redeployed onto the newer bottles. So, and this is what
you
you're...
need to see that 10 back on the bottles.
Yeah.
Here.
I think...
The
Do
new
you want
ones
to have any?
No, the new ones don't.
Yeah, okay, cool.
We won't get it for 6 to 9 months, as always.
6 to 9 years. Yeah, but it's a different note. That's a problem. Like,
No, it is. Like, you get that
like they're two different.
great fucking
Yeah.
note. Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, you're playing in two different ballparks, and that's when you're like, it's all well and good to
This is
start
so much
talking
sweeter.
about.
So much sweeter.
And that's
Yeah. like this is a very, very good bourbon. I just like I said, for me, that was what the Lost Monarch had, was that it was just completely unique. There wasn't really any Burrai you could compare it to.
yeah.
There's other like ryes and bourbons, but again, you
You had the High
unique
West. The
scenario,
High West
whereas-
was sweet fuck all came to Australia.
yeah, and stupidly
If it
expensive.
did, expensive.
Whereas to me, this
Lost
sits,
Monarch.
and same with the ryes, that it sits in like that bracket where, although they're probably not similar in that this is like Redwood, it's a bit more crafty or a bit more smaller distributor or distiller or whatever, but in the Eagle Rare or whatever else, it's not. But there's more competition.
Well, to be fair, just to flick it back to like the Discord, we've seen the photos coming in of like the amount of bottles of Lost Monarch that have been rolling through.
Yeah.
So like, and as we play on 2 weeks later from when we reviewed it, it's like people are still ordering it. They're ordering it.
Oh, Lost
like,
Monarchs.
Isn't
like we
it's great.
saw 4 bottles turn up from like one of the guys that posted in there today. Like, I don't know who it is. I'm not going to drop his name, but like you're dropping huge dollars on it. Like it's great for Kia. But so Burrai is obviously popping in Australia, but when you bring a standard bourbon in, it becomes a very interesting situation where it's just like you're hitting a certain price point, and you now have to
100%.
compete with like your Russell's Reserve, like even if you're playing for the same flavour notes.
Yeah.
It's like, what other
the
Dickel
Russell's
do-
10 though. The Russell's 10, not the single barrel.
Yeah, sorry, the Russell's 10. Yeah.
I would drink this over the 10.
I would agree.
I would.
Mm-hmm.
This is a richer flavour,
Mhm.
but I think this is this is a deeper flavour.
Mhm.
I think this is more interesting.
It's definitely, but that's the problem. Like when you come to
This is lighter. This is definitely lighter than this.
but then we
the
start playing
Eagle
in
Rare
like that Dickel land, and then you're just like those orange notes and. But we're also okay. So the only other Dickel we have to play with in Australia, once you move outside of like the, so say all the stuff that Pinnacle's bringing in, that's only like 7 years old, and it's cut at like 37 to 40%, depends on where you find it.
That's gonna make no sense to the US guys why we have 37% bourbon.
74 and 80.
Australia.
Yeah, Australia.
Wartime measures from World War II that still exist today.
Yeah, like it's a good bourbon.
I knocked pins over with my hat, and I was like, what was that movement?
Okay. Easy drinking, good bourbon.
This is easy, inoffensive, sweet but not overly sweet. Doesn't have any astringent flavours. Doesn't
Yeah.
have anything that's gonna like Eagle Rare has, depending on the bottle
Yeah,
you get, can be over oaked.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
Because they're no longer single barrels. They're
They're
like
practically single barrels.
They're single barrels without being a
barrels.
single barrel.
Yeah. So there is some. There is some wide variance between different bottles.
Yeah, of course.
I'd rather drink that at a $30 base price for both of those.
Yeah.
I would still rather drink that. A good bottle of that, I would prefer the Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be
Well, yeah, a good pick.
That's gonna be more
so that's the problem. Like, if we see a pick of, like...
Eagle Rare's my boy, though.
Well,
I agree Eagle Rare.
but if I'm
Speaking
paying
of
$120, okay, if I'm paying $120, I'll probably drop an extra couple of bucks for Redwood. Only because, like, it depends who I'm feeding this to. Like, if I'm going to sit there and smash a bottle, I'm like, I might feed that to my nana. Like, you know, she might go hard on some fucking Redwood. Who knows? Not yours. She's dead.
She loves some Redwood.
But she might. She's a fiend. We love you, Nan. Love you, Nan. Stay thirsty.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
speaking of picks, like, this reminds me of the ER Batch 1 from Ray, Barrel Batch.
Yep.
This is more interesting. Because the Batch 1 was lighter, more floral, more fruity, more
Yeah.
effervescent.
Yeah.
This plays better.
I think
Evanescence?
I think this is like I said, for me, I think it's very good. I just think it's less like Lost Monarch's an obvious buy, whereas to me this is less obvious
Yeah,
than Lost Monarch is. But Lost Monarch's great, so that's
Yeah.
difficult for this to come out. And I still stand by this. To me, it's still the weakest of the three.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm just like, I'm looking at it more of like a pickup point, and it's just like, because like, we haven't done the rye yet, so it's hard to kind of play it up against, but I might even lay up some Bullet, and like, I might even just lay up some 95.5 that I'm confident that's 95.5.
This is better than Bullet Bourbon. But the price between Bullet Bourbon and
It's
this
like
is
$55 to $60.
55 to 60.
It's like $100 difference between the two, but we are not here to compare that.
No.
We are here to talk about like the bourbon.
This shines
itself.
in the palate. This shines in the palate.
Mm.
The nose lacking. The finish.
Yeah, I don't have
Short.
much going on the nose.
The finish is short. The palate is where this shines.
It's just a good sipper. Like
And-
90 proof. Just sits in that bracket of good sipping. It's a good daily drinker.
Yeah, and like for US, what
35 to 50.
35 to 50, like
It still kills me that they get that for 35 50.
So like Aussie dollars, 35 to 50 would be 50 to 80 bucks. If that was 50 to 80 bucks here, I'd be buying every day of the week.
yeah, I'd be going through a bottle every day of the week.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's
But what
Jez and I have a problem.
Yeah. So verdict. How are we doing?
So yeah, like we've obviously covered everything. I'll obviously chop up everything to kind of layer it out.
Fit how it works. Well, we
Yep.
didn't really say finishes.
Yeah, like we didn't really cover. That's what I was trying to work out. I was like, that was me saying I don't really have a finish for this, but if you guys can kind of provide.
It's a short to medium finish.
Yeah.
Short to medium.
Yeah.
Medium is giving it.
I think the
It's more short than medium.
It reminds me of kind of like the finish of the Lost Monarch in some ways, in that the oak comes through a little bit.
It does. But the Lost Monarch has the benefit of the rye, which sort of helps
Oh,
it go a
100%.
bit
Yeah,
further.
that oakiness reminds me of.
But majority of distillers are using that malted barley just for like fermentation, and then like oak, we don't know if this is like they've done 2% 12 year just to go, oh, we've added 12.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not shit canning Redwood, it's more saying that we don't have any information on it, so they could build the whole mash bill out with fucking 4 year
4 year.
and then do 1% 12 years. Like, oh yeah, we've added a little bit of 12 year, but we don't know. Like the Johnny Walker Blue effect. Let's call it that.
Fuck Johnny Walker Blue.
The oldest cask we have, it's like, yeah, you've got 12, 10-year-old casks, and it's like, yeah, let's build it out with that. Fuck you, Johnny Walker Blue.
But
I argue with the kids at work all day about it. It's fine.
it's still a buy for me.
It's-
100%.
No, I will still buy that.
Yeah, like,
It's inoffensive. I don't know. That sounds like a
do you, no,
disservice to it.
But again,
But
because
like it's just easy, approachable, no think drink.
no. I think I feel like JC and I are going to be on the same wavelength here, where it's just going to be like, I'd give this to my non-bourbon drinker people.
Yeah.
And just be like, do you want to get into bourbon? It's like, try this. It's super light. It's not...
Because that's heavier. That's heavier.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like, if we start feeding our non-bourbon drinker people something that's as heavy as, like, Eagle Rare, or, like, something as cherry forward as, like, Russell's Reserve, you know, you might...
funk that Russell's Reserve has. That wood sour funk.
Yeah, and, like, I dig that. I dig that all day.
But this is like...
That's more approachable. This is 100% more approachable.
What do you think, like, this is a $35 to $50 bottle in the US?
Yeah.
Like, it's not designed to be... You drink this, it's going to be the best bourbon you ever drink. It's
No, of
designed
course.
to be an easy sipper,
Yeah.
daily drinker,
Yeah.
something you buy to have on the shelf. Like, to me, it ticks all those boxes, and that's
Yeah.
why I think it's a good bourbon. If you compare it to other bottles above it, it's probably going to fall down. But it's not designed for that.
But in the US, that's a...
100%.
Yeah.
These should form the same. So the Eagle in that...
But the problem is, we know that Eagle Rare is going for like $80 on the secondary because they use the 3-tier system.
Yeah.
Like
Where
we're
here
not,
we don't.
yeah, we don't have that.
Yeah.
So like we're paying, well, we used to be paying $80 all day anyway. And they were like, "Why are you paying $80?" I was like, "Why are you guys paying $80 US, you goose?" Like,
Our $80 is at $50.
yeah,
And we have the second/third highest taxes in the world for alcohols.
it's nuts. Like, I wouldn't be paying $150 for Special Reserve, but you know,
They do.
they do.
Fucking Cress's at
That-
$1.99.
That,
No way.
hence the reference. So, you know, I'm sure you guys see it for, you know, because I understand my
That is
market.
clean. Like, that is a clean...
Yeah, do you know what? I think clean's the right word. It's like... Clean. Fuck, I can't beat that. So yeah, finish is like relatively short. There's not much going on the back end there. For me to really break that down, I have to have another pour, and... Yeah, hey, like it. You reckon?
Well, they're both
Yeah, but this... is that the 45 or 40?
45.
Yeah, okay, cool.
45. And again, it's a high rye mash bill, so it'd be 20-ish or 14, 20.
Do you know what? That'd be a perfect side-by-side, though. Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
we're going over time here.
no, look, we're going to be
Anyway.
at 40 minutes. Yeah. We're at 30 when it stopped recording on my phone.
It's not that.
Okay, well, let's get some separate blends.
Yeah, the nose is trash on that compared to that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's...
We only need one. Don't need
That's right. We'll pass around.
the nose is lighter on this, but it's better on this.
I don't like bullet bourbon though.
Oh,
That
really?
to me is better than bullet bourbon. 100%.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like, the nose is a lot more sweeter on the Redwood, for sure.
Yeah.
The comparison for me is...
Yeah,
that's
Redwood smashed it out of the park.
Close.
This is too deep.
I fucking love Eagle Rare though.
But it also depends on the occasion as well. And now we're just getting into, like, semantics, where it's just like, whose palate is better? And it's never been about that. It's just like
This is
trying
so
to
much
educate the
sweeter.
people.
This is so much sweeter.
Yeah. There's a lot more...
That's so much thinner though. That is so much thinner.
yeah.
Yeah, like it's just... That's... Redwood's better, considerably, in that
Yeah,
comparison.
there's more going on here. There is more going on here.
Yeah, do you know what? Tasting that, and that's probably a good example as well. I'd probably say there's like a little bit of 6 to 8 year stock in that, like holding heavy,
Yeah,
cut down, because like trying this, I reckon they'd be pushing
that is thin. That is
3
thin.
to 4 year at absolute most. Do you want to try?
No, I just said, but
Yeah.
I'm not a big bullet guy.
Yeah, fair.
Well, MGP versus what I assume is mostly MGP.
Yeah, like
It's a good comparison.
I reckon
Oh,
they've
like,
got to...
I'm just, like, it feels... Nose is just worse, and the palate's thinner. Redwood wins that for me.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Yeah, 100%.
and do you know what? That's like a good insight. It's just like, you know, it's all well and good to talk shit all day, but at the end of the day, like, the bourbon talks for itself. And even if we're pulling like straight samples from MGP or Eagle Rare, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like,
Again, yeah, that is lighter than that. That is deeper. That is sweeter. But
oh, I've got whiskey in a glass, my man. No point sniffing an empty glen when you got. Yeah, that palate is so thin. We're
It
COVID
is,
safe.
it is thin. It is very thin.
Everyone has hepatitis.
Much better. Like that is deeper. That has more oak influence, which is what you want. Caramel that feels like heavy caramel compared to that.
So we've literally just called it the flip, where it's just like, okay, there is a $90 difference between these two bottles, but on the flip side, there's so much more going on at $150 than what there is at 60.
Yeah.
And especially considering that Bullet is the 45 and you're still paying $60 for the 40 still. So like I'm happy to pay
Even
$150.
now, having those in a triangle, I do think that is the one than the Eagle Rare, and that when you're having those in a triangle.
So obviously from barrel to barrel, depends who you ask, fuck the British and fuck the Irish too. Fuck the redheads.
Just like the benefit of that is that stereotypical grape flavour, that purple grape flavour.
Yeah.
You don't get that in there, but once you move past that grape sweetness, I think that plays better. I think that's blended or vatted better rather than blended.
Yeah.
It's, again, like we're in preference. The Eagle Rare's my, if I buy a bottle that I want to compare it to, Eagle Rare's my go-to because it's one of my favourite bourbons. So.
Yeah, this just smells thin in comparison to those two.
Yeah.
So like, I obviously don't have much more MGP floating around, like unless I pull some of the other stuff. But
You're an MGP fiend.
no, I'm not. Like I don't have everything but the 6-year pinhole. But I hope that hurt. But anyway, let's kind of lean into the Barbara Pass because we are probably at 40 minutes now.
I would buy that. Like, I would buy that.
Yeah, that was close.
Before trying this, I was gonna say bar. And although, as you said, there's a $90 difference, I think this is worth the $90 difference. Like, this is way more interesting than this. And while they're both, or this is MGP, this is definitely majority MGP. What's added to that makes that $90 difference.
I think that's the argument as well. It's like, who has access to that, and who can put up a bottle like that?
Yeah.
So it's like, I think it's worth actually trying that. I know no bars have it.
Yeah.
So like, if you can hit a mate's house and try some, like, fuck, you guys have hit a mate's house to try some. But I know you guys will easily pick up a bottle anyway because A, we love Kia. B, it's solid juice, easy sipping juice. Considering that you guys are like my Scotch guys, if I want to run to anything Scotch by you, like I'm like, hey, you want to try bourbon? I'm like, and you guys are sold.
Yeah.
You're not like, other than you're fucking apprehensive fuckwit. Going, Eagle Rare is amazing, but like, you know, we're not paying $150 for Eagle Rare. But if I want to go lick Sazerac's dick, I'll just go there. Like,
I mean, I'm there. Like, fine. Yeah.
yeah, but if
He's
he's
there
there,
down on his hands and knees, he's fine.
but if you were there, you would have been at the 107 pick, weren't you? But you weren't, so eat a dick. But that's
too busy with you influences.
that was Jacob, not me. Anyway, boys, buy, bar, or pass. You said
I would definitely, like, I am going to buy that now.
Yeah.
I am going to buy that now.
Buy for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Just shit. Okay. And for me, like, A, I have a bottle, but B, would I pick up a second? Like, it's one of those things for me where I'm just like, I'd probably move funds towards the Lost Monarch.
Oh, Lost Monarch is better than this. Like, Lost Monarch is better. 100%. This plays well in the area where Scotch needs to go to bourbon.
Okay.
So if you're trying to convince a Scotch person to go to bourbon, I think that plays well.
I like that.
Yeah.
This and this are bourbon.
Abrasive.
This is too thin, and this is too bourbon. This plays well
I like that.
in the space where you go from Scotch to bourbon.
And it depends on how you look at it, and that's kind of like the way I wanted to lay it up. So like, I'd say it's a bar just for like my non-Scotchy people, and like, come to my house, try some. Sorry, my Scotchy people, my non-Scotchy people, my bourbon guys, and then all bottles to buy. So I don't need to tell them.
I don't think
I only have 6 bottles of Scotch, and I have them well hidden because
I didn't know you had Scotch.
exactly that is exactly what it's all about. But yeah, like, I'd pick up the Burai all day because I'm well knowledge. So I'd probably mark this down as a bar. just for typical sake, because I'd redeploy funds towards that Lost Monarch, and we know how many cases that Kia's moving through because the Lost Monarch is cracker. So bar just to try some, and then you guys can obviously make your mind up.
Yeah.
Just because I know where the market is, but thank you everyone for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode because it went for 40 something minutes. That's gonna be fun to cut up.
Sorry, Jeremy.
No, and it's all comparison though, because we want to educate. As much as I want to have you guys on to talk shit, it's good to pull a bottle of Bullet and pull a bottle of Eagle Rare and kind of just go side by side, and it's go, how can you best diversify your funds to pick up the best bottles available? Because if I want to sit here and push shit bottles, I'd be talking about Fireball all day.
That's way better.
But we're here to talk about Dublin and Macallan. So thank you all for tuning in. I'm the brand ambassador for Macallan. Discord people will get that because I appreciate the laugh on either side of that. I'm actually not. But if you want to hire me, don't, because I've got an actual job. And I can't afford Macallan. But anyway, love y'all. I'm Jez. That is JC, Jack in the Bottle. That is Jacob Gloucester Lane. And I'm Jez from Whiskefy. So stay thirsty. Love y'all.
Thanks.